Okay, here's the scenario. You've got someone in your life that's important to you. It can be a mother, it can be a father, it can be your boyfriend, it can be your girlfriend, it can be your wife, it could be your husband, it could be your child, it could be a friend, a good friend. It's someone that's really important to you. Okay, so it's not someone you can just really cut out of your life. I mean, you could cut them out of your life, but it's a relationship that you just want to you want to be able to maintain. All right, y'all. So you're probably wondering, how do I deal with this person? How do I deal with this relationship? They're a bad person. Like, there's lots of negative energy. They have lots of negative energy. I do not like that negative energy. I just keep myself away from them, but keeping myself away from them, it's not helping. All right. And when I'm around them, I just feel all this negative energy inside, and we get in fights and everything else. How do I deal with them, Randy? How do I deal with them? Okay, let's go. Here's how you deal with it. Let's go. Let's talk about this. Okay, I'm going to use this word appreciation for a minute. You guys stick with me. Stick with me here. You're going to just appreciate them. You're going to appreciate them. Okay, let's do a hypothetical here. Okay, the hypothetical is you have your boyfriend's name's Bob. Let's just say your boyfriend's name's Bob. And Bob, there's just certain things about Bob. He's got some negative energies. There's just things that you don't like about Bob. But Bob is one of those people that you just are like, hey, I want to keep Bob in my life, all right? So you have an appreciation of Bob. Appreciation, what that means is you just understand Bob is just Bob. Bob is just Bob, okay? Bob is unaware. Bob has blind spots, unaware of the things that you find unattractive or unappealing or are just bad energy, right? Bob is just like, hey, I'm just being me. I don't know what you're talking about. It must be you. It's not me. It must be you. And so what you have to do is you have to have an appreciation for who Bob is. And what you have to do is you have to emotionally separate yourself from Bob in a way where when Bob is negative, that Bob, that you absorb that negative energy, but then you turn that negative energy into positive energy, okay? And when you respond to Bob, it's not based on the negative energy that Bob sends to you, okay? It's like, okay, I take that negative energy, I process it, and processing it is that you're doing a lot of internal work yourself, because Bob is throwing something at you and you're like, Bob he really triggered me there. He just set me off. And okay, I got to take that in. I got to process it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, okay? I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, because here's what we know is if I send negative energy back to Bob, Bob's going to send negative energy back to me. And it's just going to be this like tennis match, this ping pong, this pickleball match where there's negative energy going back and forth. And that's what you want to avoid. All right, so you've heard kind of this idea of kill him with kindness. I think there is a part of that where you got to just understand Bob is just being Bob, and I know Bob's going to come at me with this, and I'm going to have to take it. I'm going to have to be the bigger person. I'm going to have to take the high road here, and what I'm going to have to do is I'm not going to send negative energy back to Bob. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, okay? And what that does is that just changes all the dynamics. That changes all the dynamics. Bob's not used to people being nice to him when Bob is when he's mean or negative. He's not used to that. So ultimately what you're doing is you're changing this cycle. And hopefully over time what you do is that you model for Bob how you want Bob to treat you, right? So you're positive to Bob, and hopefully Bob's like, oh, she's positive or he's positive to me, so I'm going to have to be more positive to him, right? You probably heard that. Well, when you change, I'll change, okay? Well, the winning in it isn't that that Bob won. The winning in it is that Bob didn't make you mad. Bob didn't make you frustrated. Bob didn't make you angry like Bob used to do. What Bob did was he was just a source of information. He was a source of data. You absorb it, and then you processed it, and then you worked it out in a positive way, all right? So I think there's that ability to be able to work through that negative energy and give positive energy back, right? But I also think there is a place for boundaries too. We can't just let Bob walk all over you. You got to establish those healthy, positive boundaries and be positive with it. Healthy, positive boundaries, all right? You maintain certain expectations, but give Bob some love. When he's throwing you all that hate, give Bob love. Be the bigger person, all right? All right, y'all. I gotta go see this client. All right.
On track, now we on way up. W is easy as a layup.